day, everyone. Our topic for today is all about growth and development. So, what is growth? Growth in living organism may be defined as an irreversible increase in the number and size of a cell, organ, or whole organism related to change in size and mass. And development on the other side is referring to the sum of all changes that an organism undergo through its life cycle from seed germination and through growth, maturation, flowering, and senescence.
Growth is regarded as one of the most fundamental and conspicuous characteristics of living being. Generally, growth is accompanied by metabolic process that occurs at the expense of energy. Therefore, for example, expansion of a leaf is growth. Growth can be measured in terms in increase in length or growth, increase in area or volume, and increase in the number of cells.
So there are types of growth and development. One is vegetative phase, carbohydrate utilization. Second is reproductive phase, accumulation or storage of carbohydrates. Vegetative phase, from seed germination through growth of the primary supportive structure. Three important processes: cell division, cell enlargement, cell differentiation. Productive growth phase, on the other hand, means maturation of tissues manufactured during vegetative phase, production of growth regulators, development of flower buds, flowers, fruit, and seed, or the development of storage organs. Relatively little cell division occurs. Most of the carbohydrates are accumulated in the fruit, seed, or storage organs. Phases of growth. Merismatic. Both at the root apex and the shoot apex represent the meristematic phase of growth. Elongation. The size of individual cell increases after cell division due to increase in the volume of its protoplasm. Maturation. In this stage, structure of the cell changes to perform a specific function, and similar type of cell having some function form a group which is known as tissue.
Growth rates. The increased growth per unit time is termed as growth rate. Thus, rate of growth can be expressed mathematically. An organism or a part of the organism can produce more cells in a variety of ways. There are two types of growth rates. One is in arithmetic growth. Following mitotic cell division, only one daughter cell continues to divide while the other differentiates and matures. The simplest expression of arithmetic growth is exemplified by a root elongation at a constant rate. The other one is in geometrical growth. Both the progeny cells following mitotic cell division and continue to do so. The rate of growth of a plant or plant part is not always the same during its lifespan. Sometimes it is slow and other times it is rapid. If you plot the increase in cell number against time, a typical S-shaped curve is obtained. This is called growth curve or sigmoid curve.
There are three phases of growth curve. One is the log phase. This is the initial phase of growth when the rate of growth is very low. Two is the log phase. It shows rapid growth and is maximum for the entire lifespan. Three is the stationary phase. Here are the rate of growth starts decreasing and finally it stops.
It shows in the figure the sigmoid phase or the sigmoid diagram, which is at the bottom the log phase, At the middle is the log or exponential phase, and at the top is the stationary phase.
What are the growth requirements? So there are requirements for a plant in order to grow. One is nutrients, two is water, three is temperature, four is light, five is growth substances. Types of growth. Indefinite or unlimited growth exhibited by root, stem, and their branches. Definite or limited growth exhibited by leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. Development. Development is the sum of two processes, growth and differentiation. To begin with, it is essential and sufficient to know that the development of a mature plant from a zygote follow a precise and highly ordered succession of events. During this process, a complex budding organization is formed that produces roots, leaves, branches, flowers, fruits, and seeds, and eventually they die.
Development associated with morphogenesis. It is the process of development of shape and structure of an organism. One is differentiation, results in development of structures that is commensurate with the function the cell finally has to perform. There are different controls of growth and development. One is intercellular controls. It is involved in changes in gene expression that influences cellular activities through altering the kind of proteins in the cell. Intracellular controls focus on hormones and their role, the activities of groups of cells. Plus is the extracellular controls. They originate outside the organisms and information. There are 6 plant processes that affect growth, which are photosynthesis, respiration, absorption, transpiration, translocation, and reproduction.
Growth processes. Photosynthesis, creating carbohydrates from CO2 plus water plus sunlight in the presence of chlorophyll. Respiration, an energy-releasing reaction, chemical energy originating through photosynthesis is used for growth and development. Net photosynthesis, the total photosynthesis minus the total respiration. Net photosynthesis equals biological yield. Increasing total photosynthesis or decreasing respiration will increase biological yield.
In order to more understand growth versus development, growth is the quantitative. It means the number, size, and volume increase, and the development is the qualitative emergence of specialized body parts.
Plant development, seed structure and development, seed germination, shoot development, root development, flower evocation and development, flower and fruit development. Dormancy is the state where a plant stops growing. Breaking dormancy involves exposure to certain temperatures and hormones. Plants have biological clocks that make daily and seasonal adjustments in patterns of growth, development, and reproduction.
So this is an example of germination and seedling development in bean and root development. So to sum it all up, as the plant germinates and matures, it undergoes the process of growth and development. Growth arises from the addition of new cells and the increase in their size. Development is the result of cells differentiating into a diversity of tissues that make up organs such as roots, shoots, leaves, and flowers. Each of these organs has specialized functions coordinated to enable the individual plant to complete its cycles in the spiral of life.
So that's all for growth and development.
Thank you for watching.